feeling a warm gush of gratitude for her father's sake. Patty was not a woman of retiring nature or of quiet views. She had a mind of her own and could be assertive and assertive. My grandmother Jefferson had a vivacity of temper which might sometimes border on tartness, but which, in her intercourse with her husband, was completely subdued by her exceeding affection for him, said Ellen Randolph Coolidge, the Jefferson granddaughter. Perhaps not always, however. Jefferson may have been speaking from marital experience when he advised the daughter, "Much better, if our companion views a thing in a different light from what we do, to leave him in quiet possession of his view. What is the use of rectifying him if the thing be unimportant? And if important, let it pass for the present and wait a softer moment and more conciliatory occasion of revising the subject together." Yet Patty could reassure and calm her husband, who was given to worry and restlessness. Easing Thomas Jefferson's emotional tensions was a difficult task. He was acutely sensitive. At first blush, the fact that such a man was drawn to politics, where approval is fleeting and criticism constant, may seem contradictory. The connection between Jefferson's interior and exterior lives, however, follows a familiar pattern found in politicians from age to age. Ambition creates a hunger for action and acclaim, and those who crave applause have a particular aversion to criticism. His wife appears to have been one of the few people who could soothe him. Patty Wales Jefferson was the daughter of a man who had risen far in Virginia. Born to a poor, undistinguished family in Lancaster, England, John Wales made his fortune in America as a lawyer, debt collector, slave trader, and planter. John Wales's first wife, Martha Epps, was the daughter of Francis Epps of the Bermuda Hundred plantation. They had married in 1746. In the autumn of 1748, a daughter named Martha, called Patty, was born. The child lived, but the mother did not. John Wales married twice more, producing 4 other daughters, 3 of whom survived. Patty Wales grew up then in an uncertain household. She never knew her own mother, and 2 stepmothers came and went. Her experience with her father's wives was unhappy enough that she never wanted her own children to face the possibility of having a stepmother. On her deathbed, she reportedly extracted a promise from Jefferson never to marry again. From the loss of her mother to the shifting cast of characters in the domestic life of the forest, Patty learned early that the world was perilous and changeable. Her father's livelihood partly depended on precariousness in the lives of others. As what was called an agent for Farragut Jones, a British merchant house, John Wales was a debt collector, a detail Jefferson neglected to mention in his description of his father-in-law in his autobiography. Mr. Wales was a lawyer of much practice, to which he was introduced more by his great industry, punctuality, and practical readiness, than to eminence in the science of his profession, Jefferson wrote of his father-in-law. He was a most agreeable companion, full of pleasantry and good humor, and welcomed in every society. There are notes of both condescension and